You're watching the Weekly Voyage with your hosts, Rebecca Becky Lee and Jimmy the Jimbo Pruitt.
Good afternoon. My name is Rebecca Lee.
And I'm Jimmy Pruitt.
And we're here with your weekly update. Our first story of the night has to do with the climate in Florida. We spoke to the students of Full Sail University on how they beat the heat.
You know, I'm at Full Sail University. We're going to find out what people think about the heat wave. It's hot as a mofo.
I mean, it's such a stark contrast. It's so cold in there versus out here, it's so hot. I mean, I was born here in Florida, so the heat out here doesn't really bother me as much as it does some of the other students, but the cold inside the classroom is just so starkly different. And it seems uncomfortable to me because I always have to wear a jacket to class just to be comfortable, but the fact that I have to walk to the classroom in a jacket outside, it means I sweat. I'm wet when I get in there, and then I just get cold, even more cold, because I'm already sweating in a jacket.
Temperature-wise, it's not too bad for summer, but I'm from Moorhead, Minnesota, and so it's not as humid there. It's a little more humid here, so a little more sticky and wet.
Outside it's hot, we don't want to be sweaty and stuff. Inside I got my coat because if you sit under AC, it gets so cold, you just sit there like, ooh.
Poorly, because it's very hot. I'm from Pennsylvania, where it's like 75 degrees would be considered really hot, but now it's like 92 every day, so it's unbearable sometimes. So I mean, to adjust it, honestly, you just gotta, I mean, it's cool, everybody, it's like a tropical weather, it's hot, the clouds are out, it's cool, but it's hot.
Those were some great answers, man. Back to you at the stew.
Thanks, Mike. With Thanksgiving right around the corner, we talked to other students on their feelings about campus food options and what the school can do to improve them.
As many know, Full Sail University has an assortment of fast food places that surround its campus. This is Maggie Bird, and I interviewed students from the school to ask them how they would feel about having a school cafeteria on campus.
If Full Sail did have a cafe, and it was more of like a high school lunch line type thing, where it was like healthier food but also cheaper, I think I personally would go there, and I think a lot of students would too.
Although they have all of these options, the students still want to see something more practical.
I was like, we don't have a cafeteria here, and I was like, at least they have different spots like vending machines, but sometimes you don't want a Snickers like every 2 hours, you want like some spaghetti or something,
I asked the students where they thought a good spot for a cafeteria would be, and this is what they had to say.
I can kind of see it next to that abandoned building by the Chili's. That's just kind of just sitting there, so why not build a cafeteria in there, I feel like a lot of people would benefit from it.
If there were to be a cafeteria, I also asked the students how they would feel if a meal plan was included into their tuition.
To have a meal plan or something like that included, that would be even better. So that way I wouldn't actually have to go anywhere for meals or anything like that, and I wouldn't have to worry about budgeting for food on campus, and I wouldn't have to go back to my apartment to cook a meal because I'm trying to save money.
This has been Maggie Bird, and we just talked to some students, and back to you at the studio.
Thanks, Maggie. Speaking of food, you need a place to cook and eat said food. So we asked students how they feel about Full Sail's current living accommodations and the possibility of on-campus dorms.
Hi, my name is James Keespate. I'm currently at Full Sail University, and I'm talking to students about their living accommodations here at school.
Full Sail University offers many things such as on-hands experience and also many networking opportunities. However, the one thing that Full Sail University lacks of is proper housing opportunities.
I feel like that's something that could be improved on. I feel like that's something that's needed. That'd be a good addition to the school. Me, myself, I've been making a way without it, but it would definitely be a great addition to what the school already had to offer.
I think it's kind of a downfall. It would help a lot with living expenses and cutting them down so that way people don't have to actually look for roommates and whatnot.
Besides living expenses, students also believe that campus housings may help improve their academics in school as well.
If I lived here on campus, I would go and utilize more of the resources such as the library, and I would actually attend more events at Full Sail Live and the Treehouse because it's so close and I could just walk there.
the biggest thing here at Full Sail is networking and getting to know, the Full Sail family, being able to access, film students like which I'm in right now, that definitely helped me in my work, I feel like.
Yeah, I feel if it was on campus, I'd probably be in school and working with instructors and in open labs a lot more often if I was a lot closer to the school.
And that's what they had to say about that. Back to you at the studio.
Thanks, James. Technology is constantly changing, and what is Full Sail doing to keep up with it? We asked future F54 students in the film program how they feel about getting new Arri Alexa cameras.
Hi, my name is Lauren Johnson, here at Full Sail University, talking to students about the new Arri Alexa.
These film students are no strangers to top-of-the-line film cameras.
I've shot on Canon
T5i.
Before Full Sail, Canons mainly. I think it's more film-esque.
But there's a new camera in town, the Arri Alexa.
If you haven't learned about Arri Alexa, then you probably may not be called as a filmmaker.
All I've heard is that it's better than the quality camera we've had.
I'd always like to, try it out.
Some Full Sail University teachers are already gearing up to provide students with a chance to use this sweet new camera. Here's teacher Matt Nelson with some more information.
We're hoping to get the Arri Alexa. The Arri Alexa is a awesome, great camera, and to be honest with you, it would be a great experience for students to get more experience on a better state-of-the-art camera. There's hopes that we might be able to hopefully do so by the end of the year. Certainly, we have open time that we've created to be a part of our curriculum to be able to teach that camera. And we are more than happy to, work with other departments to find out what they feel would be best for us to do to accommodate for them.
This has been Lauren Johnson here at Full Sail University. Back to you guys at the studio.
Thanks so much, Lauren. And now for a commercial break.
Music has always been there for me. As a way to rebel. As an outlet to express myself. When I needed to focus. As a way to escape. To give me the confidence to perform. Now, I'm learning how to make music my career.
Full Sail University. Your campus is everywhere.
It's the gateway to your dream. It's getting the mix just right. It's getting the perfect take. It's putting your art in motion. It's going beyond playing games and actually creating it. It's doing what you love every day.
Welcome back. This week in national news, Hurricane Harvey made landfall on the U.S. on August 25th, but we're still dealing with its effects. This hurricane may have ended a 12-year drought, but it destroyed homes. Residents in the areas of impact have already begun the cleanup process. Items ruined by water are now covered in mold and are pulled from houses, taken to curbsides, later being taken to a dump. Many homes have large water damage requiring the removal of drywall and insulation. Please consider donating to the Hurricane Harvey Relief Fund at ghcf.org/hurricane relief or by texting Harvey 2017 to 91999. 8 million acres blackened, 100 active fires burning, and over 25,000 responders fighting. The U.S. Forest Service has spent a record-breaking $2 billion this summer trying to fight fires that had increased about 50% in damages this year compared to past years. As the fires continue to blaze through, it created smoke that is covering nearby residences and making the air difficult and dangerous to breathe. Until the winter months bring their rain and snow, the fight will continue to save Western homes and people from their destruction. Internationally, things are just as messed up.
On Friday, September 15th, a bomb went off on a London Underground train following many other terrorist attacks in the London area. The bomb went off in the back of the train just as it pulled into Parson Green Station south of Kingston, injuring more than 22 people. Passengers described the bomb as not completely going off. Because of this and the many other terrorist attacks that have been happening in the London area, the local law enforcement have been on high alert trying to keep their city safe. In recent news, North Korea has launched another ICBM missile over Japan, and it has landed into the Pacific. This makes it the 15th missile launch this year by the North Korean government. U.S. Ambassador to the UN, Nikki Haley, responded to this by saying, "If diplomacy doesn't work, General Mattis will take care of North Korea." President Trump is planning to address the UN next week on the matter.
We'll be right back after this commercial break.
Movies have always captured my imagination. Filmmakers can create new worlds and open your eyes to new ideas. That's what I want to do, but I also want to be smart about my career and learn how to get my ideas out there. That's why I'm looking for a school where I can use my creative mind.
I was 5 when I ruled my first kingdom and spent years defending it with honor. Opponents would challenge me, but fall in defeat. I've created legends while upholding the hero's code. I've always taken games seriously. Now, I'm learning to create them.
Full Sail University Online. Your campus is everywhere.
I've always had a head for business, but I want to work in entertainment. I'm fascinated by the people behind the scenes, the ones who make things happen. I want to take creative ideas and turn them into successful projects. That's why I'm looking for a school where I can use my creative mind.
Welcome back. Last weekend was the 69th Emmy Awards. Multi-talented entertainer Donald Glover raises the culture to new heights by becoming the first African-American to win an Emmy for directing a hit television show. His show, Atlanta, featured on FX, took home 2 Emmys last night, each being received by Mr. Glover. He received 6 nominations that night, winning Best Outstanding Lead Actor for a Comedy Series. But his award for Outstanding Directing for a Comedy Series is an achievement for diversity in today's media and film industry.
Attention sports fans, there is going to be a tailgate next Saturday on September 30th at 6:30 p.m. Get your foam fingers ready. But be sure to leave your beer funnels and kegs at home because they are not permitted on UCF campus during the game. No animals are permitted either, so don't even think about bringing Max to the game. Propane cooking grills are highly recommended over charcoal. Just be sure to stay a minimum of 10 feet away from any building while there is an open flame. Stay safe and enjoy the game. Go Knights!
In other news, historic fight in boxing has recently occurred. If you haven't heard already, the Mayweather versus McGregor fight was the event of the century, bringing you 2 different sports together for the first time, boxing and mixed martial arts. This event had lots of magnitude and reached the crowds and explored what the world of sports really is.
Let's check in with James for the weather update.
Good afternoon, Orlando. I'm your meteorologist looking at the weekly update here for the Weekly Voyage. We're on the hot side early this week, then a chance of expected rain later on this weekend. We can see a high of 90 Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Friday will be a high of 89 as the dry air blows south. Then we cool down a bit as we expect some monsoon season humidity ahead. This is your 5-day weekly forecast for the week.
Thank you, James. This has been the Weekly Voyage. My name is Rebecca.
And my name is Jimmy. Thank you for watching and have a good afternoon.